I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I wanna be someone. I wanna be great. I'm gonna be someone.
Yo, this is the viewers at Black Queen, aka Taylor. We have won. Guys, we just have won. Johnny Depp was innocent all along, and he really had won the verdict against Amber Heard. He just knew that this fit court realized all the Amber Heard lies that she's trying to expose Johnny Depp for domestic abuse. And the actuality, they realized the proof in the elements that the jury realized that Amber is not a fool of a turd. And all the lies that this bitch is doing to Johnny Depp was terribly sickening. I'm glad the jury really called against this Amber with the turd she is, that Depp did to Johnny Depp when they look proof at his bruises that he got the scars from this terrible woman and realized all her lies and zero proof in her bruises and was just nothing but full of trollness. I could see the hypocrisy this Amber Heard chick was doing was nothing but domestic abuse and actually broken and cutting Johnny Depp's own finger off, and there was proofs of his bruises, and he realized that Amber Heard really tormented him over the years and accusing him for abusing her. Such a turd she was. You're none of a fool of a turd, Amber. Hell, we look at her stupid ass lies when she really lies about donated charities, having donated to Children's Hospital in Los Angeles and ACLU, the Human Rights Organization, which she never even donated to all her $7 million from the divorce settlement, that she really is keeping all that money and trying to make more money from Johnny Depp when she actually abusing him. Wow. Also, there's some dumbass fundraiser for justice for Amber Heard down to $1 million. Like, due to her accusation, the most funny thing is they shut down the fundraiser and due to all those accusations against Amber, and which is kind of hilariously funny. And I found this very hypocritical. You got some bunch of Me Too activists always wants to stand for Amber because she's a woman, and they really look at all these elements, those false elements that Amber was abused, which covering over bruises, and she never even seek the hospital or have zero PTSD treatment or either. There's a bunch of lies that she gets to. Oh, you cannot break the domestic abuse narrative because men cannot be domestic abuse victims or being domestic abused by females or males to them. Motherfucker, there are not like a lot of cases of males getting, domestic abuse by their partners. Like, they're a little bit smaller, but kind of make a lot of sense. It was a gender spiral reverse when a woman abused a man or a man abused a man. Like, you never say anything about it, and you believe all domestic abuse victims will wear the charge for men. So you Me Too activists decided to stand against her because she's a woman and heavily against Johnny Depp. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of domestic abuse situations out there because I'm aware that a lot of women are affected with it. But they're not like all the time when I see a man was getting domestic abuse on by a woman, or like I'm aware there are domestic violence against men because I heard cases and stories and videos about it. So you gotta research it because I'm aware of it. I believe that all the domestic abuse victims get the justice they need and get seek help and they need it. For Johnny's case, I see how he was gone through hell like this. Like years ago, when Amber Heard destroyed him by really accusing him for abusing her. This terrible woman she is, abusing him over the decades, broke off his finger and traumatized him for his life. And I'm glad those lawyers, Johnny Depp lawyers, calling out for this chick and leaving her to her final loss of her case. And leaving a bunch of more elements about her. And hell, you got the tweet was released from Amber Heard after she lost a battle against Johnny Depp says this. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I am heartbroken that the mountains of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disappointment of power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I am even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a stand back. It heads back the clock to a time when a woman who speak up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It's set back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I believe Chinese authorities see it and gain the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore the elements that was so exclusive that we won in the UK. I am sad I lost this case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I have as an American to speak freely, openly. Do you see this hard note thinking she cares about domestic abuse females who are dealing through by the domestic abuse partners? In actuality, she's not but a domestic abuser against a man, against the actor, who had claimed always swung her lies against Johnny Depp. I couldn't imagine how this female domestic abuse victim girl react to this trial to look at Amber and how she ever had trauma or PTSD from it. Yeah, that was. This chick just gets in my ass so much. I'm not happy that the jury really just throwing out her case. I can't believe this take place in the UK. I'm really glad that British really got the jury case for Johnny. I really am happy with it. Hell, I'm aware that all this, we all aware of it. Johnny Depp was a domestic abuse victim, and the court realized that all these accusations against him were false. And realized this crazy chick of Amber Heard abusing him and all mixed lies and a mixed out loss. Decide to give the verdict a last thing and ever deserve. Even by the way, you got some dumb Amber Heard supporters trying to block or center everyone who ever support and stands for Johnny Depp. And I was like, ah, this shit just started spreading everywhere. It's not from everywhere, it's from Twitter, Instagram, or some places, social media, that Amber Heard supporters trying to get justice for this freaking liar of a turd she is. Like, blah, blah, blah. You guys have supported a domestic abuser and a liar that disrespecting domestic abuse survivors and victims, especially the female ones who react to it. Do you still need proof that Johnny Depp was a domestic abuser? Oh, and even by the way, do you remember that, Ania Sarkeesian chick, that cheeky woman who was always react after Amber Heard lost? She claims that the court system is misogynist. You got this dumbass tweet says this. The White Scouts, a celebration, joy of a survivor is ghastly as horrifying. If a rich white woman can't even be believed what about all the BIBOC. If you guys did not hear about it, it means, that kind of style. And queer, disabled folks, working class folks, and our marginalizing survivors supposed to feel. Who the fuck is going to believe us? Man, this SJW chick. What's all this have to do with it? Do you remember all the history you got, lying people just lying and falsely accuse others? I can't believe this chick was getting involved with this trial. I know the trial already ended, and actually she's going to stand by with Amber Heard, abuser, domestic abuser chick she is. And you and Nia Sarkeesian always bring out the waste card about black women, indigenous women, and darker skin women or whatever. Oh my god, what does this have to do with Johnny Depp and him or her trial? About the domestic abuse involved, a domestic abusing a man. Oh yeah, she cannot care about men anymore. She was always going to be here for all women, the wired ones. I'm looking at you, Zoe Quinn. And my final conclusion of it, I'm glad Johnny Depp get the justice he needs. And yeah, I really am happy that he's telling the truth all along and showing his support from his fans and realize the bullshit and lie from this terrible woman she is. And I'm glad that Johnny Depp got his move back. One day in the future, I really hope he get his, acting job back as Jack Sparrow and continue to do the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And yeah. And then for Amber Heard, well, getting flawed by Hollywood in a dumpster fire. Yeah, I just heard rumors that World Wiki, they confirmed they going to recast Mara, Aquaman's wife/girl from Amber Heard because due to the trial issues and how abuser she is. So I don't know how I felt about the Aquaman, second film. I don't know how I felt about it, so we'll see a bit. So yeah, that's all my thoughts, and I'm glad that Johnny Depp get the justice he needs and get his feet up and getting some medical help and he will get his career back together and our stuff. So I was happy that the trial was ended. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So comment down below. I will catch you guys later and see y'all next time. Peace out here.